What's good, guys? Prince Sports coming at you with another one. Cold, hard facts. I want to tell you guys, you slurpers, any of you guys that live in a fantasy world, it's time to wake up. All right? Deal with reality. Just because you like something or you feel very passionate about something, that does not make it the norm. That does not make it reality. Okay? If I look outside and I say, hey, there's no homeless people outside. So if I don't see them, that means they don't exist. That is 100% factually wrong, okay? Because if I look outside and I actually go out there and I move around certain blocks, I will see that there are homeless people, right? So you have to understand, you have to come out of your little bubble. Just because you want something to be true does not make it to be true. Now, I'm going to put this in pertain to sports. For all you people that get mad over Floyd Mayweather or LeBron James, Aaron Rodgers, understand those guys are highly considered overrated by lots of people, okay? They have more people that have a disapproval of them than approval of them, okay? It's a big difference, okay? If somebody says Floyd Mayweather, one of the most overrated boxers of all time or athletes of all time, there's a huge amount of people that believe that. You may be the small percent of people that don't believe that, but that doesn't make it not factual because you just don't believe in it. All right. It's all objective. Yes. I say this again. It's all objective to be subjective. But here's the thing that you have to understand. Look at me. Listen to me. You could like something, but you have to understand that it may not be what most people like. And if it's not what most people like, you have to come to a reality and a realization that my opinion or my likeness for this person is not shared the same way as I feel for that person. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay? Meaning, you may think LeBron James is the GOAT, right? Nobody really believes that, okay? Outside of you. You represent a very small, tiny percentage of people, period. I don't care what you say because I've been around sports for years. Talk to many people about sports. Do content about sports. Watch programs on sports. See surveys on sports for the people, by the people. Rather it's ESPN, Fox Sports, Bleacher Report, anybody, everybody, they grandmother, they grandson, I don't care who you are, 99% of people, or let's just round it off to 98. Most of them are going to tell you that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. That's a widely, heavily known fact, okay? That becomes a fact because that's the reality of the situation. All right. It's objective to say he's the GOAT, but it's a fact that most people believe he's the GOAT. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Okay. Floyd Mayweather promotes himself as TBE, the best ever. Only he believes that because 90% of the world do not. Okay. There's the difference. If you can't convince the general public, you can't convince the media, you're going to fall flat on your face. This is by the people, for the people. You can't change people's outcome. You just got to live with it and deal with it. All right? It is what it is. Life is not fair. Okay? I'm not going to tell you why Jordan is considered better than LeBron James. I said that over 1,000,000 times, and I don't want to repeat that. Okay? But it's many reasons why he's better than LeBron James. And LeBron James will never catch up to Michael Jordan at this point in his career. So all you could do is just wait for the next guy to get compared to Mike to knock him off, okay? You see stuff like this. This is 2023. Still, Michael Jordan on the cover of products, okay? To this day, all right? I go to work. I answer just for the shits and giggles. Who's the greatest basketball player of all time? Man, woman, Michael Jordan. Without even thinking about it. without even second guessing, Michael Jordan. Now, I could say Tracy McGrady's the greatest basketball player of all time, but I will be in the minority, a very small minority that probably believes that. But that doesn't make it reality. Do you understand where I'm coming from? All right? Michael Jordan is the undisputed greatest basketball player of all time. There's nothing you could say about it. There's nothing I could do about it. But you have to accept the reality. I say Nas is the greatest rapper of all time. I have to come to the realization that most people don't believe that. As a matter of fact, most hip-hop, top 5, top 10 best rappers of all time, Nas is never ranked number 1. But Tupac is. Jay-Z is. That's pretty much it. That's the Michael Jordan and the Kareem of the shit, if you want to just go that route. Or Michael Jordan and the Magic Johnson of hip-hop. All right? There ain't no rest. All right? Now, I can sit here and say, well, you know, Nas is the greatest to my face or skin comes to another color. Still don't change the fact that 99% of the world will not agree with me. Okay? And that's cool. Because I come to the reality of I'm in a minority on that situation. And Tupac is the undisputed GOAT of all time for most people. Whether I believe he's overrated or not doesn't serve anything because he is widely considered the greatest. All right? Same thing with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is widely considered the greatest. Muhammad Ali is widely considered the greatest. These guys are well respected and to this day considered the best in their profession. Something that LeBron James, Floyd Mayweather, Aaron Rodgers, all right? Guys like that never really got that stamp of approval. It is what it is. Now, you could disagree with it. You could disagree with me all you want. I don't care because it just gives me more ammo to kick your ass. But that still doesn't change the fact that you are wrong if you're trying to pit your likeness or think that, hey, if I like LeBron James, the whole world should. Don't work that way. That's not reality, bro. Okay? I happen to think Michael Jordan's the GOAT. All right? But it just happens to be damn near 90+% of the world thinks he is the GOAT. Okay? I never ran into somebody that said a Kobe or a LeBron James was the greatest basketball player of all time. You barely get that. Trust me. This is a guy that's in and out around sports almost 24/7. You're not around sport people like I am. You're not covering sports damn near all day like I am. All right? So you can say whatever you want, but I've been covering this shit since the 80s. All right? And I can tell you from a fact, most people will call LeBron James overrated. That's a fact. You ain't got to like it. It's just the facts. Aaron Rodgers, overrated by most people. Floyd Mayweather, hated and overrated by most people. You could like these guys you want, but deal with the reality of the situation. This is a mouse, right? Okay? You know why they make mouses for right-handed people mostly? Want me to tell you why? Because the majority of people in the world are right-handed. So it don't make no sense to make a mouse for somebody that's left-handed because there's very little bit of people in this world that are left-handed. So the general consensus always comes above and beyond. Majority over minority. That's how this world works. It's generalization. All right? This whole world, since I was born, before you was born, etc., etc., the whole world goes by generalization. That's how people make money. That's how people do business. This is a perfect example. Think about it. You're never going to see a book like this for Kobe Bryant. You're never going to see a book like this for LeBron James. You're only going to see a book like this for Michael Jordan. And there's plenty of other books like that because he is widely known as the greatest basketball player of all time. The general public has spoken. As a matter of fact, let's run a little test. Hey, Google, who is known as the greatest basketball player of all time?
Michael Jordan. On the website BleacherReport.com, they say Michael Jordan is widely known as the game's greatest player, and for good reason.
There you go. Google has said Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. All right? not Kobe, not LeBron James, not Kareem, none of those guys. All right? The people have spoken. He's not only the people's champ, he's also the media's champ, because the media, even to this day, will still champion Michael Jordan as the greatest. Now, you could still make a debate for number two, because number two is starting to become LeBron James by a lot of people in the media, but not by a lot of people for the general public. So therefore, he's still at odds, because the people don't believe he's the greatest basketball player of all time, and they also don't believe he's the second greatest basketball player of all time. But the media does. That's another topic for another day. But there you go. That proved my point. Michael Jordan is the undisputed greatest basketball player of all time by popular demand. Keyword, by popular demand. Even though it's an opinion, it's still an objective opinion that most people will say is the greatest basketball player of all time. So don't sit there and say, why you didn't put him on this list? Why you didn't put him on that list? Because he's not known as the most overrated player of all time. He's not known as the most diss. He's known as the greatest. Okay? Matter of fact, you could do a survey and say who's the most hated basketball player of all time, and that most likely will be a guy like LeBron James. All right? Because there have been tests on that. I do sports. I'm here all day, every day for the sport with sports. So I think I should know. Sports out. Peace.